Okay, it is Sunday. Maybe I should just do this. One of the things that I have, this is the most unflattering angle ever. It's Sunday and Sam left for the weekend. That's the point I need to make here. And I'm kind of just rebooting a little bit. I'm just full of inspiration. It's very important for me to be able to have this me time and watch the Netflix and documentaries and shows that I otherwise wouldn't be able to watch. You know, it's that collision of ideas. That's how things spark. That's how things that's how ideas get fertilized. My plan is to continue doing the car cams, but I'm going to step it up a notch and start recording more. Start chronicling the year of the prophet in a bit more of a meaningful way. I think I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. And I have to evolve or die. I have a pimple that's on my nose. Tomorrow I get started with the commercial, the legitimate elements of the commercial shoot. We're doing that tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I texted Tari last night, didn't hear from her, which is odd. But I'm a little disappointed. I think I might have made a mistake with that artwork, with hiring her to do that art. And I hope I am wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I've not pre-thought at all what I am talking about. It's Central Florida. February, like, 5th or 6th? February 6th. And I'm shooting the commercial today. We're doing it at one of our car lots. Great background. I shot some prelim photos. So yeah, it's February 6th, and since I'm shooting outside this morning, we have a freak tropical storm blowing through the state today. Lot to do this week, and the worst of it is that I'm setting these weird creative goals. Oh, I'm gonna shoot all of this, then edit it down and add more footage and all this kind of stuff. Oh my god, that's so much work. I really shouldn't be left alone for an entire weekend. I'm producing the goddamn commercial. I can't be holding my other camera and shooting all the secondary footage that I might want to vlog with. I'm stressed before I even get into the office. I'm thinking about all of the things I have to do in the office before I go to the car lot, the dealership. And I'm thinking about all of the things that need to be done this week. The other commercials that need to be finished, websites that need to be updated, specials that need to be culled, newsletters, and I'm just going to freak out for a little bit. Yes, I am. I need so much coffee this morning. And we're good to go. Action, action, action. Alrighty, get yourself in there. Action, action. Alrighty, action. That's good right there. Action.
I told you it was too big.
It's way too big.
Alrighty, let's take it from the top. Action, action. Yeah, let's just run through it. And action. Okay, action. Okay, let's do that. Action. Kind of like in the zone here. If you just want to walk around the corner. And action.
It's big.
Biggest. We love big.
It's big. It's big. It's big.
We love big. We love big.
Feel good about that?
You want to watch it?
Yeah, you should probably
You can come in and watch it so you don't have to unmount it. I told you it was way too big.
It's way too big.
Hey, you two, back so soon?
Are we recording?
Yep.
Alrighty.
I told you it was too big.
It's way too big. It's way too big.
We maimed the car with a branch.
Alrighty. Felt good about it? And then and then look at him. Okay, that's good.
Oh, that was withering. I love it.
So withery.
And just do the walk off. Perfect. And cut. Do you ever not quite realize how stressed out you are about something until after the fact, when that stress is gone and all of a sudden you just feel this enormous weight off your shoulders and you're just like, I didn't even know I was that stressed out about it to begin with? It's a little bit, that's a bit how I feel right now. I knew I was stressed out about the commercial shoot. No idea it was that bad. There were a lot of things that could have gone wrong, only very few things did go wrong. The actual process ended up being pretty depressing for me. I was incredibly overwhelmed and incredibly overextended. This commercial was just, a completely different beast. First of all, we have paid talent. Secondly, this is the first creative commercial for this automotive group in years. And frankly, that is a lot of responsibility sitting on my shoulders. And if this commercial doesn't come out good, that's my fault. It's trying to run the camera gear and get these shots and figure out how to block all of this, and also how to get the right performance out of these actors whom I've never worked with before. We didn't audition them. We looked at headshots and said, you come and just see what happens. It's very difficult when there's that much responsibility, not only be trying to get the look of the commercial, but also to be able to direct and get that performance out of the actor, and then make sure that that microphone is in place and recording audio and listening to all that fucking street noise. By the end of it, I was just like, I have this sense of foreboding that, all of this was just going to be garbage, and I really fucked up here, and thank God it's over, at least. The first sense of relief came actually listening to the camera audio. So once I heard the audio from the recorder, it was just, that was probably the biggest relief of it all. And then I started cutting the damn thing together. I put it in a 9.5 hour day. I am happy to report that I think the commercial came out so much better than than I was worried it would be. Does that even make sense? Oh my God. Now that it's over, again, that stress is gone, and I just feel this sense of relief. I also have this newfound confidence, because even when I think I'm at my worst, the commercial is going to come out fantastic. This was a little bit of my wake-up call, I guess, in addressing self-worth. Who the fuck in Orlando has the creative, conceptual, developmental, production talent and skills that I have to be able to take a project from nothing to something ready to air? I don't think that talent exists. I don't think it's as abundant as I'd like to, as I've worried that it is. Hey! Wow! No. OCD, but really about specific things. I know I'm obsessive, period. And when I kind of like had that epiphany that I was obsessive about things, I was thinking, well, am I OCD at all? Because I'm really not. But yesterday I realized there is a CD for the O in specific context. Kind of, sort of, yes, video production. Monday I put in a 9.5 hour day. Yesterday I put in an 8.5 hour day. I have other work to do, but I'm obsessively focusing on the commercial. What I realized actually really quickly was that none of the on-set audio from the second scene was really usable. There was way too much road noise, and then that road noise changed too much from shot to shot. Immediately, I turned to the post-recorded audio and started matching that to the scene. I ended up doing the whole entire second scene with the post-recorded audio, and then I realized it's just got a completely different sound, and I had to go back to the first scene and replace all of that audio. The good news is that after all of that was replaced, and having that ambient road noise track that I already had, it actually sounds really, really good, really clean and consistent, so that's good. The full cut of the commercial is about 36 seconds long. That's what I ended up with, and that's pretty tight. Even though I had that and was ready to move on, and moved on a little bit, I was still kind of obsessing and going, well, I need to get it at 30 seconds, obviously. I need it to be 30 seconds. And those last 6 seconds are a bitch. Horrible. Unbelievably horrible. The thing that I'm actually having a hard time with this commercial is the music. I mean, I know there's a bit of, there needs to be music in the transition when they drive it home. But the rest of the first scene and the last scene, I have no idea what the music should be. Probably because it's so dialogue heavy, and it needs to be dialogue heavy, and I can't have music that takes away from the dialogue. So I started noodling around with that and messing around, trying to find something that worked. I might have gotten something, but I also don't know if it's the right tone or not. Tari. Up and down, up and down. There's the latest roller coaster. I'm paying her $350 to illustrate the book. $35 per chapter illustration. The first night we were working on it, we kind of just went through the first 5 chapters and outlined my thoughts for the illustrations, and then she did some sketches, and we kind of did the action figures and composing the shots and whatnot. I saw the first one. It's like, oh, that's really nice. This is definitely on the right track. She tells me she's got 5 done, and they're all rendered, and she sends them to me. That's half the book. We're almost there. And I'm just all of a sudden super ecstatic because, last time I talked about this, I was like, man, I think I might have made a mistake. I go to the ATM. I get a whole bunch of cash ready for our next sit down. I finally look at the images, and we've got the first one, which I already saw. We have the second one, which is a series of images, but it is the chapter illustration we talked about. And then the last 3 illustrations that she drew, scanned, rendered, colored, all this stuff, were these throwaway ideas for the first chapter that I explicitly told her are not chapter illustrations. These are not what I'm paying you for. If you happen to do them, that's nice. They don't have to be done up super fancy, just rough illustrations. So I'm back on the down going, oh my god, because now I'm having a hard time getting her over. And now I'm going, I'm not going to pay her that full amount that I was planning on paying her because she hasn't delivered the things that I'm asking for. And I've got this feeling in my gut she still hasn't read the book. So good morning. Miss me? Probably not. That's okay. I understand. I don't take it personally much. I had a text conversation with Tari last night, the artist, and kind of switched gears a little bit, as per usual. I'm a little bit on an upswing with her, but don't expect... I don't know. I didn't tell her I was disappointed, but I did tell her, hey, you've got the outlines for the other 3 chapters, and the sooner you finish this project, the sooner I can pay you your full amount. Don't wait on me. Don't think I don't have the money. I'm excited about the prospect because it's a good story. It's a good book. It's gonna go direct to iBooks with the new, and I'm gonna master it in the new iBook Author app. And I'm really intrigued to see how this full color children's reader, you know, my gut tells me that it will do well. I just feel like this is, I mean, the longer I wait to get this out, the worse it is. I'm also very excited just to get it out and be like, there it is, it's done. So that really kind of brings me to today's topic, today's theme, and that is confidence. And I'm thinking about this because of the textversation last night. Okay, confidence. You know, when I got those 5 illustrations from Tari, I didn't respond because I was so overwhelmed with disappointment that it was not 5 chapter illustrations. And when we had our textversation last night, I did say, I love the illustrations, they were really great. You are very talented. And she was talking about how she's feeling so much better about her talent as an artist. And I'm just like, what are you, fucking crazy? Of course, you're very talented. You've done some really awesome... You see it. It's right there on the paper. She's very, very skilled. Where does this lack of confidence come from? Like, I understand it. Of course, I understand it. Look at this past week. But I also... There's part of me that just... It does not compute at all, because I learned this very, very early on from one of the first people I got to work with. It was like, if you don't have confidence in your own work, how can you expect anybody else to be confident or believe in it? You have to be confident about your own work. You have to be confident about your own skills. You can never project an aura of anything but, because then you're setting yourself up for failure. I believe in believing in yourself. I believe in having confidence in yourself. And I know this past week, I'm like, you know, started off, oh my God, it was such a horrible experience shooting this commercial, and it's going to come out like crap. And, you know, I understand the internal conflict, and that's what these videos are about. It's shining a light on that internal conflict. But any other time generally is like, I've put together some awesome shit. You're going to love this shit. So just to wrap things up, I really have ended up working on that commercial all week long. And then I've been working on this one shot where it's the close-up of the couple in the second scene, and there's that red building in the background, Tom and Jerry's. I cut it down in such a way where it just flips by, and chances are you guys never even noticed it. But powers that be, the boss, he's like, is there anything we can do about it? So what I ended up doing, and I'm very proud about this because I've never done this before, and I kind of was figuring it out as I went along. I exported that 17 frame. This is what we were complaining about. Then I loaded each one up into Pixelmator and digitally painted out the sign. But in order to do that, and so that it was consistent, I took one frame that was the cleanest, where there weren't any cars around, that weren't around the words. I created the template. Once I finished that one, I copied it on top of all of the other frames, all of the other images in the shot, all of the other frames in the shot, and then I just erased around it. Because what happened, if I tried to paint each one individually, the temperature of the paint would shift in each frame. So there would be minute differences, and all of a sudden you've got this living blob on top of the sign. And that wasn't quite what I wanted. It had to be consistent and look completely natural. It took, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours to do the whole thing. And then after that, I had to rebuild the shot. So I took all of the frames, the images, put them back into Final Cut, cropped them all down to a single frame, exported it as a movie, and then put that shot back into the Final Cut. And it's so fucking seamless. I think I'm pretty much done with it for now. But yeah, there you go. That's the end of this week. It was a very long week. It was a very challenging week from work to personal creative. Power to the creators.
It's big.
The biggest.
We love big.
This will be great for the kids.
This will be great for camping.
This would be great for my mom.
What?
Come on, let's sign some papers.
I told you it was too big.
It's way too big.
Oh, hey, you two. Back so soon?
We need to return the car.
It's too big.
It wouldn't fit in the garage.
Sorry. Did you say return?
Don't buy a car without a return policy. Shop at a Holler or Classic dealership, home of the 5-day, 300-mile return policy. Buy smart. Be happy.